it's Gloria and welcome back to another video. Welcome to my car. I am doing a spontaneous little free library video. I have too many books and I want to get rid of some, and I have a little bit of a Sunday afternoon here, and so I got myself a nice little iced matcha drink with blackberry syrup. Highly recommend. My go-to summer drink at the moment. And I have a big fat stack, about 20 books and some random hodgepodge of like DVDs and like a puzzle that I want to get rid of. I have my own little free library and I put some things in it already this morning, and I did like a perusal, but then someone needed a turn in our driveway, so I panicked and left. But I usually filter through books there. Like if someone put something in and it's been there for a while, then I'll put it somewhere else just to see if someone else somewhere else wants it instead. So I kind of did a quick perusal, changed some stuff around in there, have a big old stack of books. I really don't need to bring any home. My limit, hopefully, unless I find some kind of gold mine, my limit is 5 books. Like that is max of what I want to take home, excluding picture books for my son. Yeah, I want to get rid of all 20-ish books and really not bring any home if I can help it. We'll see. But we have some good ones in the area. Again, it's kind of hit or miss. Sometimes there's good stuff, sometimes there isn't, but like I said, I don't really care. I just need to get rid of them. So that's my little plan this afternoon. I'll take you along with me. I'll show you inside most of the libraries. I'll tell you at the end if I bring anything home. That is the plan today. Looks like a mess in there. Perfect for me to clean up. Oh my god, that library had spiders. Awful conditions. I actually did find one book, but awful conditions. Half the books are damaged. I do feel like some teenager wanted to cause trouble and ripped off the covers of all of the books, which is really sad. But then half the books are also just already damaged and yucky and moldy. They're like full of paperbacks. Actually, there's no room in there at all, so I took a few to put in other little free libraries because I'm like, people are destroying it. You know, when the library steward just has not done anything, it's just a mess and disgusting and full of grossness in there, and I'm like, I need to save the books. So I tried my best to organize it, but no, it was sad. back home for my little free library adventure, I got rid of a lot of them. At the end, I just stuffed the rest of them in my little free library because I needed to get home. I packed that thing to the brim, so hopefully I get some people coming around and taking some books away. I did manage to come home with, I'm gonna say like 5.5. And to be fair, these could also go. Like, I'm not attached to any of them. Today, the little free libraries were a little bit sad. There were a few that were disheveled and overstuffed and overfull and not well taken care of, which is always a bummer. I think someone that lives in the area is a bookshop owner, because almost all of them had ARCs, and I did come home with 2 ARCs, and I think that the store that they own, you get a lot of ARCs as a bookstore owner, I believe, unless she's like a really popular reviewer, and I just don't know. But the 2 ARCs that I got are, I was happy to find More or Less Maddie by Lisa Genova. I've read a few of her books. I've really enjoyed a few and didn't like one, and this one is her most newest release. It came out in January of this year, and this has to do with bipolar disorder. She always tackles some sort of neurological condition. I've heard great things about this, so happy to find this. And I picked up in the one that was like really gross, Westfallen by Anne and Ben Brashears. This is actually a book that I checked out from the library as an option for an alternate history book for a prompt for the historical fiction readathon I was part of in June, and I never actually completed that prompt, but this was a possibility. This is in middle grade, and it has to do with a group of friends that somehow time travel back to 1944 and potentially changing history. I don't read too much middle grade these days, but I did find that I lacked any kind of alternate historical fiction on my shelves. I have read some in that genre that were really good, and I made a list of things to look out for if I do happen to ever come upon them, but this was one that I was happy to find, at least saved from that really destroyed little free library that was being ripped apart. Whoever is vandalizing it made me sad, but I don't know if this will stay on my shelf for a very long time, because one, I don't read too much middle grade these days, and World War II historical fiction is already like on the fence of how much I'm reading it, and so we'll see. But I was happy to find this, at least. This one, totally just to read through in one sitting. It's a poetic visual picture book, poetry collection type thing with like 3 words and a picture on every page. It's totally something that I would peruse in one quick sitting and then put in a little free library for someone else. I don't think that I'm gonna fully love it, but I do want to try it because I want to try poetry now and again, and I like the visual pairing. I think that's a really fun idea. This is an old library copy, I can tell from where the stickers used to be, so it's kind of icky a little bit. And then I found 2 Christian nonfiction books. Don't know if they're any good, but I just grabbed them because I was curious. One is Women in God, Hard Questions, Beautiful Truth by Kathleen Nielsen. A warm conversational book that asks the hard questions that so many of us wrestle with deep down. I like a book like that. And very similar, Conversations with God, An Uncommon Dialogue by Neil Donald Walsh. This is book 1. Unfortunately, this book is kind of dirty, but I really love this just like super simple art print. But I picked this one because it said, suppose you could ask God the most puzzling questions about existence, questions about love and faith, life and death, good and evil. Suppose God provided clear, understandable answers. You are about to have a conversation. That was very intriguing to me. No idea if these are any good or if I'll ever get to them, but I did find that the asking God questions and kind of like pondering to be a refreshing type of Christian nonfiction than really theologically dense, kind of heavy ones that are on my shelves that I have not been gravitating towards picking up because my headspace isn't ready for that. So these sound a little bit more appealing to me, but please let me know if you've read them, and if they suck, then I should avoid them. And this one was just on a total whim. I had to pick it up because I love Survivor so much. This is Stranded by Jeff Probst. I love Jeff Probst. I love Survivor. I'm a huge fan. This is a tiny little middle grade. I'm not the target audience, but I kind of want to read this to see if it's any good. Like, it probably isn't, but I kind of want to try. Like I said, I don't read much middle grade, but I'm a big enough Survivor fan where I might actually squeeze this in just for funsies. So 6 books for me, but like 2 of them don't really count, right? Like this middle grade and this poetry book. And then I found 3 for my son. So I found the alphabet book by P.D. Eastman. Finn is loving the alphabet, and these had cute little pictures. This is like a little teeny tiny book about school, which I don't even know if Finn will be into this. And then Good Morning Chick. I feel like this is a take on Goodnight Moon in terms of the color palette and the type of illustrations, but it has to do with good morning and with the chicken and stuff, and Finn loves learning about animals. So these 3 don't count towards my count of books. My tiny little haul. It felt good to get rid of 20+ books and a bunch of DVDs. Thanks so much for watching, and let me know if you spotted a book in any of the little free libraries that you would have loved to take it home. I don't read a lot of the popular ones, so the few that I saw that were like thrillers and some newer releases, I was like, I'm not really interested in these, so I'm not just gonna take it to take it. Thanks so much for watching today, spending some time with me as I little free library purge and hunt, and I will see you in another video soon. Bye.